Indonesia is a developing country, but economically and in terms of education system, where the Indonesia government is still improving the education system, which is still notably disturbed throughout the country. Maybe after I say that, you will think whether the education system in Indonesia is heavily disturbed, and if it is not heavily disturbed, will there be any impact for the government or for this country? Education is a basic need for every human being. With good education, a person can provide benefits for himself and for others. There is not a developed country in the world that does not focus on the education sector in building the country and its nation. Developed countries have proven that education has a very large contribution and influence in improving the quality of their nations. Education is a source of progress for a nation because with good education, the quality of nation's human resource can be improved. Human resources are the main asset in building a nation, and Indonesia is no exception. The country of Indonesia, which is so vast and has so many islands, must be balanced with good education for every citizen. With evident natural wealth and intelligently managed by the community and the state, it will make our nation a great nation. Therefore, education is a very important for the next generation of the nation. But does the education in Indonesia has been uneven, and whether kids in Indonesia had to get education. According to data from the census of the year 2020, the population of Indonesia, occupying the position of fourth largest in the world. However, from this great number of only 8.5% successfully passed the higher education. This case presented by the head of the National Population and Family Planning Board, Hastowardoyo. He called the number of the Indonesia higher education still low. Based on the National Socio-Economic Survey 2017, the population that is educated only 8.5% of the total population aged 14 years and above, said Hasto. Report in the webinar implication the result of the population census in 2020 to the policy of population development. He revealed in 2017 the data that there has not been much change until today. He also said if the majority of Indonesia population reach only the level of education secondary, not only that the quality of education in Indonesia currently very poor. This, this is a defense by the data of UNESCO 2000 about the ranking of the Index of Human Development. Human Development Index, the composition of the ranking of educational attainment, health, and income per head. This, this data indicate that the development of human decline among 174 countries in the world. Indonesia ranks 102, 1996 to 99, 1997, 105, 1998, and 109, 1999. According to a survey of the political and economic risk consultant, the quality of education in Indonesia is the order of 12 from 12 country in Asia. Data report by the World Economic Forum Sweden. Indonesia's competitiveness is low, only in the order of 37 of the 57 countries surveyed in the world. From this data, it can be said that the level of education in Indonesia is still 13. Then why did this happen? As I said at the beginning of my speech, that the government of Indonesia still improve the system of education in Indonesia. This makes the education system in Indonesia has not been evenly distributed fully. We can see for yourself the education system in the city and in the village is very different. This is a problem that has long been there, like a lack of a government attention to education is a rural area in the region. For example, the facilities of the school of urban relatively more advanced, not like the one in the village. School buildings in urban area are also relatively good, while in the village it is simple, even not the least of which is still a concern. In urban school, children in uniform with a nice going to school sometimes use a car or others. While in rural school, it is still a view every day of how school children in uniform, a variety of color. There are who do not wear footwear with a face and weary because it's not uncommon until the afternoon still have to help the activities of his parent. In addition, they also have to walk kilometers to get to the school. Not only that, sometimes they also have to pass through forests, mountains, rivers up to the border of the country. Then is there a solution to it? Of course, the government is the main solution in the case. Why can I say that? Because it is the government who can give you all the best facilities for the education system in Indonesia. In addition to the things that the government should also pay attention to the following things such as improving the quality of educators, adding the provision of funds for education, repair of existing facilities. The government really must pay attention to the system of education in Indonesia because in the future the government will be led by the next generation, and not only that education is the key for country to excel in global competition. Education is considered as a field that is most strategic for realizing the national welfare. Human research and intelligent character is a prerequisite of the formation of high civilization. On the contrary, law will produce a civilization that the less is the better anyway. The quality of education in Indonesia is not much different from a developing country to the other. Although there are some points left, but that does not mean education in the country is not good. I believe the government cannot work alone. Of course, all walks of life must work together to advance education in Indonesia. Hopefully, with the many renewal system, our education is not inferior to compete in the future. Go forward, Indonesia education. Thank you very much.